Hello, YouTubers. This is a new session where we continue to work on, open source, decentralized social media platform called Tarafu. It's a social media platform, rethought and revised and re-architected. And joining me today here, my dear friend Stanislav. Stanislav, do you want to tell people a little bit about yourself and what we're going to be doing today? Go ahead.
Yeah, sure. So my name is Stanislaw Novak. Currently living in Germany, but was born in Poland, and I'm since 2 years already an software engineer at Alstom, and we're doing virtual train components. Yeah, and today we'll be talking about Blazor, and especially we did start with the dialog base, and now we're gonna continue on building it upon it and hopefully do like the posting component with the dialogue. So
Yeah.
let's see, will
It's
be fun.
he's being humble, you guys. He's actually a very avid, heavy contributor to the open source community. He's been, working with me. I this is, well, him and I tried a previous session, and we wanted to kind of redo it in a way that's much, much better. But this is really, one of the first times I actually, interact with the guy face to face, and he seems to be just as kind in person as much as he is in code. So, and I really appreciate that. And let's just jump in real quick. Let me just show you guys what we're building here. So here's the deal. We're building a social media platform. What that basically means is that what do you get out of a social media platform? People share thoughts, they share ideas, they share posts, and all that kind of good stuff. So you have a timeline in here. And this timeline has a bunch of posts in it. So you have this post and this post, and these posts can be, larger, smaller than others, just like how you see a timeline in any social media platform you can think of. The idea here is that we are at this stage where we want to develop the rest of the CRUD operations, including creating a new post where we can pop up a dialogue that allows people to kind of enter in some thoughts and then click post, and then it posts that content and saves it in a database, right? And then we want to display that content. And then we go into the part where we show the most relevant content, the content that people care about, without having to kind of hack people's brains and try to kind of get them glued to the to the system, the way how a lot of social media platforms are designed today. Wrongfully. So here's what Stanislav and I are going to be working on today. We basically want to build a base component, and this base component is basically the dialogue that pops up that allows people to kind of, add that information, like post that information. It's going to be a very simple dialogue. We're starting simple. We don't want to go to the moon from day one. We want to maybe get a little bit at the stratosphere, maybe a little bit at the ozone. It doesn't have to be all the way out there in Mars. But here's the deal. We just want to be able to kind of create the container that allows us to have like a simple text box like this, maybe a button that says submit, something to that effect, and maybe a title up here that says new post or something like that. So when we're editing a post, it will say, so this here will say new post. So we need a title, right, Stanislav? We need a title, and we need a button that says, I don't know, submit, something like that. And then we need a content container, right? Because sometimes we want to display this content not necessarily in an editing mode, but maybe I want to kind of, enlarge a certain post so I can read the entirety of it. And we will take in consideration a lot of other things. In addition to all of this, we want to basically have a simple, kind of X button at the top here, something that basically, this is my new trick to do an X button. I create because it's very hard to do just, freehand with these straight lines. So I basically create a square, and then I move that square up there, and then I get rid of the square. What do you think about that magic, right? So just like that.
Nice.
There's our dialogue, right? If you're good with this Draw IO tool, you can visualize. This is how I talk to a lot of people from different places around the world. And I don't have to be really good at English or any other language because I'm drawing what I'm trying to get accomplished, and then let people translate in their minds whatever that looks like, right? So here's a bunch of content in here. Boom, you got yourself a dialogue, right? So that's what Stanislav is going to show us how to do today, you know, and I'm just going to be here cheering him because he's great. Okay. And he actually solved, you know, this is our second attempt to make that demo, and we ran into a tiny problem yesterday. He said to me, Hassan, don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. Literally 10 minutes later, he said, I figured it out. I was like, wow, okay, that guy's out there. Okay. Anyway, so Stanislav, do you want to share your screen and kind of show people how you're gonna
What we
implement.
got?
Yeah, what we got cooking. Let's start from scratch. Start from nothing.
Oh, all right, okay.
Yeah, from the
Then
ground up. You know, we have to show people the entire process. I know you have it already. You have a PR open, but it's much better when we do it step. Unless you're not sure how it's working still. It'd be interesting. Hmm.
okay, let me then maybe reset
Oh, you could just
or
go to
create like
master.
a new branch.
Yep, go to main or master and just reset and then start over. Yep. So you guys just while Stanislav is doing this, you know, the reason we're building a base component, something that we can use anywhere, right? So it can be used for configuration. It can be the idea of base components is to basically go and say, you know, I want to create a wrapper around third-party components or external or native UI components, and I can do this abstraction between these external non-local components and my actual UI logic, if you may call it, right? So that's basically the idea there. And just as a reminder for those or the people that never saw this before, the way how we architect our Blazor components is that we go and say, okay, I have a component in here. Maybe this is my, you know, post component. This is where I post a social media post. But this guy is dependent on a base component that we're going to call dialog base, right? So this is a dialog base that's generic. It can be used by anything else. And this guy is also itself, like this base component is wrapping an external third-party component, you know, that's called Syncfusion dialog. So this is SF dialog, right? So why are we doing that? Because at any point in time, if I decide to go and say, I don't want to use this Syncfusion dialog and I only use Telerik, this guy should not be impacted in any way, shape, or form. Like your post component in any way, shape, or form should not have any issues with that. Okay, so that's basically the idea. Eventually, that post component itself becomes a part of a larger UI piece, which is what I call the page. So there is page, one page to many components, one components to many base components, and one base components to maybe one or many external or native UI components. So this is here what I call the page. That's your dashboard. All right. Are you ready, brother? You want to do it? Should I
Yeah,
do it?
I'm
Yeah.
currently checking out, so it's taking a while for
Okay.
some
All right.
reason.
Okay. Perfect. Perfect. What time is it right now in Germany? It's 8:15 a.m. in here. It's almost
Um,
4 p.m., 5 p.m.
yeah, 5:15 here.
5:15 p.m. Man, software, you know, takes me all over the world. Yesterday I was talking to this buddy of mine in Australia, and then the day before I was talking to Ricky in Puerto Rico, and then Mehdi in Hungary, and then back to Sally in Redmond. A full circle around the planet. Full circle. I
Yeah,
love
that's
software, man.
actually true. I need to like re-clone it because it's giving
Okay.
me some troubles.
All right. You know, when GitHub first started, you know, they said, "Oh, it's a social media platform for programmers." And I was like, who are they kidding? Programmers don't socialize. That's not true. We're not sitting, Stanislav, we're not sitting in a basement eating pizza all day hacking, hacking other websites and stuff. You know, we're normal people, I think, a little.
Normal people eating pizza.
Normal people eating pizza. All right.
Okay, let's let me load it and then I can share already and then create the branch.
I'll wait for you. Sounds to me like you're recompiling Windows 11 there. I'll wait for you until you get.
I just need to code the Windows 11 from scratch real quick.
You know the thing about the thing about Linux users though, you know what they say when you use Linux, right? They say, "Hey, you know, you want a driver, go write it yourself."
Yeah, right.
All right. We
So
should play
now,
around with .NET on Linux though. All right, here we are. Okay, you got the and I love
right,
that you fixed the
this is the clean
resolution.
one.
Oh man, this is much better than yesterday. Oh
Yeah,
my
now see,
God.
we improving.
We're you know always second time is a charm. Is that what it is?
Exactly.
All right, man. Cool. Oh, you don't need views. It's just basis. The type is basis. Yep. Yep. The views is like
It's
the your folder, whatever.
foundations. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's do it. Nice. So you're gonna build a dialogue today. Look at you. Smart with
Yeah.
all. Let's do it.
So yeah, first we of
Uh,
course need to create the Razor component itself that we use as a base.
awesome. So we basically want to build that little container. Okay. Dialogue base. Nice.
So a dialog base.
Okay. Okay. Any second now. Visual Studio. There you
Yeah,
go.
but PCs, we have this fast internet and PCs in Germany, that's how it is.
So how fast is the internet in Germany? What's the fastest you can get?
Like 1000, but it's actually pretty rare. So we are not like on top of the list of countries with the fastest internet.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, but
Okay.
hopefully we're getting there.
Okay.
So so now because
Base.razor.
we put our code in the code behind, we need to create a class for it,
That's right.
and this one needs to be partial. And just so we know from what we get our overloads, we can use a component base as an initialization.
No, you know, for a second there, you were writing component bay instead of base. I was like, wow, that guy really loves components. You know, bay here in America is short for babe.
Ah, okay. I thought it was like a Bay Area, like a beach
No,
there or
no.
something.
Keep going. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Okay.
um, okay. And now I think because now I did from master, I think we have already the Syncfusion, but we only have the input components.
Hmm.
So you would need to,
Get
in
the
order to
generic
get
one.
everyone, because I read like also from the documentation they recommend to do it like one by one,
Yeah.
but yeah,
For the weight of the
for the weight
project.
at
And yep,
least, yeah.
yep, yep. Okay.
But for now we can just do it like this, and we can quickly check
Mm,
our host.
yeah. Oh,
Where's
you mean the not the main the you mean the app raiser, not this one. There's also not imports. Open up the views, the pages. Open up the pages. I'm sorry, pages.
right, it's in pages. That's what
Host.
I
There
was
you go.
looking.
Yep.
With the resolution, it's kind of hard.
Yep. 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 I
Okay,
know what
and
you mean.
now this is what we
So you
need
pulled
for it.
in these themes, right? This is the Office Fabric themes, right? So things can look pretty with colors and everything. Perfect.
Exactly.
Okay.
And now when we have everything in place, we can.
I think you need to also install Syncfusion.themes, right? Like the NuGet package.
I
Hmm.
don't think so,
You don't
but
think so? Okay. All right. Let's go
we can
this way.
check.
Nope, nope. You're the driver. Go for it. I'm just watching. Uh-huh.
So we need to
Blazor.
import the pop-ups component, which contains the Syncfusion dialog.
Yeah, and Syncfusion people, if you're watching this, pop-ups is not intuitive. The dialogues would be much, much. More intuitive. Just FYI. I know that you'll tell me read the documentation, but it would be nice
We
if
were
you.
looking for it, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go
So
ahead.
now, when we looked at we need some kind of title or headers.
Yeah, so let's
It was,
yeah, mm-hmm.
so
Nice.
we can call it title.
So that's the title at the top. So you're starting from that design, you're starting with the title, right? And you're gonna make this a parameter where people can pass in and it will just get displayed as you go. Okay. Beautiful. Mm-hmm.
So now we have this, and this quickly should go away.
Mm-hmm.
And then in order to get like to the content, we also need, I think it was dialog templates.
Nice.
And inside those dialog templates, we can define the content.
Nice. Nice.
And for it, we just can say content.
Yeah, and what's that gonna be? Is that a string or what, like can I pass in a text box? I guess this content can't be a string, right?
Exactly. In order not to use like here directly the text area that we want to have and keep it modularized, we can just use the render fragment.
Mm-hmm. So this way I can pass in a text area, I can pass in, a label, whatever I want, right? So now it's more generic than ever. Nice. Mhm.
Exactly. So, and now we have the content. Now also the awesome close button that you created, we now can add it also like here,
Nice,
like in
nice.
Syncfusion.
Look at this brother right here. He's turning vision into code. How beautiful is that? Okay, beautiful. Okay,
So this one we wanted to have enabled, and
nice.
so, and now we also need,
Buttons.
I guess, the buttons
Yeah, that's the
and
fun part, right?
yeah, and the buttons are in the dialog buttons
Yeah,
section. And for now, we can say that we only want to have like one button,
yeah.
the content. And here the decision is we can either like fix the name or
Hmm.
to submit. What would you say? Or do we want to also have like a parameter for the button name?
Um, I, I think we should have a parameter, and I'll tell you why. Because sometimes it's gonna be submit, sometimes it's gonna be save if it's a configuration.
Hmm.
Sometimes it's gonna be something else. So let's call this a button title or something. What do you think? Yeah. Mm,
Right, so this would be then string again.
yeah. Nice.
So now we want to have this on click, but maybe first we do also this primary, which will make the
Yeah. In
button
in, in Fabric, that would be a
bluish.
blue button. Yep, that's right.
And now the on click stuff,
The easy
which
part,
then
right?
would be, yeah, let's hope. So now it would be like the click
Uh-huh.
component.
So that's gonna be also a parameter that you're passing in. So you're passing in, primitive types like strings. You're passing in more complex like render fragment, and now you're passing in a function that will be executed every time that button is clicked. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. So we have like this action method that is just like a void, let's say,
Hmm.
that we can put basically any void method in here.
Hmm.
And this should also be then the
Parameterized.
parameter.
Yeah. Hmm. Okay.
But actually, what gets executed is like the click method itself,
Yeah.
which invokes the.
Yep. Invoke. So do you have to kind of open close parentheses on click?
Right. Yeah. Of
Okay,
course.
nice.
Mm,
Okay, we also want to expose APIs to allow the show and hide of the dialogue. You remember that is visible kind of parameter, I
right.
think.
So this is like bind, because it's like two-way binding
Yeah,
is visible, and we wanted to call it
is
is
visible.
visible.
Nice, nice.
And this would be also like a parameter. Which is a boolean.
Hmm.
Exactly. And now I remember we also wanted to have like the model that
Yeah,
our
is
dialog
model.
is always like a model.
Yeah.
Mm,
Do you also want to make it draggable? Like you can drag,
exactly.
yeah, yeah.
Draggable.
Allow
Allow
dragging.
dragging. Of course. Of course.
So is model show close icon, but allow
Oh,
dragging.
I can also show you something you would really love, because like here it's like content and there is also like a header, right? But imagine how the footer is called. It's called like something like footer content or footer template or
Footer
template footer.
content.
So it's not footer. See, I cannot.
Yep,
Yeah,
naming convention
it's
out the
like footer
window.
template, I guess.
Dialogue footer or something. Yep, yep, and footer template. Interesting. Interesting, man. That's crazy business
Yeah,
right there.
that's.
Anyways, and
Okay,
that's
I
why and that's why
think.
we kind of, by the way, this is another advantage of wrapping these external components is that you don't have to adhere to the language. There's no leakage in terms of conceptual language or models or the actual, component itself. Okay, do me a favor, please, Stanislav. Push bind all the way at the top. So this bind guy, yeah,
Right. Oh,
yep.
yeah.
This way the code looks a little bit kind of consistent in a way. You know what I mean?
Right. So the click, would you also push it before the primary then?
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Yeah, let's do that. Perfect. Nice.
Okay.
I could be terrible, but I'm consistent. That's what
Eagle, right?
yeah, Eagle was
Yeah.
saying that. It's saying you're terrible, but you're
Amazing.
consistent.
Yeah.
I love that guy. He's funny.
Yeah.
He's funny. All right,
Okay. I guess we have everything in place. We can try try if
let's
it's
try
working
it.
on us.
Yes, sir.
Mm.
You don't want to do the show hide stuff? The APIs, show dialogue, hide dialogue stuff.
Um, what you say again?
You know the APIs that we want to expose so we can show pop up the dialogue and the
Ah,
hide.
right, right. Yeah, yeah.
A little important if you're doing a dialogue. I'm just messing with you,
Yeah, it's all right. You're right. You're right.
man. You might need state has changed on that one, so it might go
Right.
scoped this
So it
time.
cannot be. So on show, we want to change this visible to true,
Hmm.
and then invoke
Invoke
async the state
testing.
has change action.
Nice, nice. I love it.
Similar we need for hide. We set it to false.
Beautiful. Perfect. See how simple it is? So simple, right? No
Yeah,
research
we
went into this at all.
yeah, we see if it's gonna work then now, right? So
All right.
title that
Uh,
we wanted was
new
create
post or
post,
something. Yeah, new
new
post, new
post.
post. Yeah. I think you're gonna have to stringify that one though.
Mm.
So Stanislav here is basically showing us, this is just a demo. He already finished the base component. Now he's just showing us what, an example. Always demo your stuff, right? Especially with these base components, there's no unit tests around them. So it's much, much easier to, kind of try them out on a page. So let's try that out.
So now we have the new post. What we also have to configure is the method
on-click.
that we
You want
made.
the
Yeah.
on-click and you want the, what else do you need, brother? You need the title for the button, right? Your on-click will be close dialog, right? Because we're gonna pop the dialog first, right? Okay. Long day at work?
Yeah, a little bit, but it's okay.
I'll ask you in a
After
bit.
work, the fun stuff, but yeah,
Yeah,
work is also fun, so it's all good.
yeah. See, I have a lot of respect for engineers that take control of their craft. You don't only write code while you're at work. You do it because you love it. You do it in and out and whatever. We're so lucky, man. We get to play with computers and get paid for it, right? That's a pretty cool deal,
Yeah, that's right. That's
I
right.
like that deal.
Yeah, I'm actually right from the electrical engineering, so it took me a while to realize that coding is that what I want to do.
So your background is electrical engineering, but you found your
Exactly.
path, you found your passion and purpose in coding. That's amazing, brother. This is pretty cool stuff. I have a lot of respect. Like I know people that came from a military background, people who came from medical background, people who came from all kinds of different backgrounds, and they kind of found their path into software engineering. And I gotta tell you, it's pretty darn fun thing to do.
Mhm.
You write code and you change the world. I love it. I love it.
Right. So for the content, we can for now, or should we already put the
Just throw a
text editor?
label.
But
Just
for
type
now,
in, yeah, just type label inside the content. And I think because it's a render fragment, you can't pass it as a parameter. You're gonna have to actually write because it's a render fragment, right? So take all of that out and just close take all of it,
ah,
including the content, and then you're just gonna have to use markup to pass in your content. Remember? So, yep, there it is.
it's
No,
actually
you're
fun.
still, yep, content. That's your
Content
guy.
we
Here's your
can
guy
here.
right there. hmm Sounds good. Fair enough. Okay, perfect.
So now. Oh, yeah. It's kind of putting always the double quotes. I
Yep,
don't know
yep,
why
yep,
this is.
yep.
So now we have the method that we
So
want
we
to
want
run.
to show this not on an initialize. We want to show it uh after we
After
render.
render.
Yeah. Because on initialize, the dialog is not there yet, right? And we probably need a ref so we can control this
Reference.
thing. This is what I was telling Eagle about the other day. I want to be able to mock and kind of stub. I don't know if you saw that video, but there's a stubbing,
Yeah, good.
thing that he's working on. There's an amazing conversation that him and I are having around this, and I'm trying to be able to stub this and also verify that you made that call on initiation. You actually did show on initiation, and that's where things get a little interesting. But we'll find a solution. We're thinking out loud in front
Yeah,
of
for sure,
everybody.
for sure. Yeah, it was great video
Yeah,
for me, pretty hard, but I'm getting there, hopefully. Yeah, right.
yeah, 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 yeah.
So
Show.
we want to
Perfect.
show it, but
Okay.
then again, we want to close it when we
When we
click
click the
the
button. Yes,
exactly, and not only the X.
that's
It
right.
was working.
We're like, how is Syncfusion is doing it? I mean, it's a button. A button is a button. Okay. All right. Let's do this.
Right, so
Nice.
now we should be able to test it. Let's see.
Yes, sir. Hmm.
I'm on a laptop. This is how I guess it's so
Oh, you're on
slow.
your laptop. That's why the
Mm.
picture is much more okay. What kind of laptop are you using? Surface for
Mm.
Facebook. What is it?
Kind of surfaces, but it's like yoga. Like,
Oh, the yoga. Okay, okay.
hmm.
I worked with folks. Oh, see, that's because you need the theme.
Ah,
You need the theme.
okay, okay, you were right though. Can you? Okay, so you said the Nougat package, right, with the theme
Yeah,
on.
it's just a NuGet package and just type in Syncfusion, then type in .theme. I don't know. I'm shooting in the dark. We'll see. There it is. Blazor.themes. That's your guy right
Hmm.
there. Because that's where these things come from, right? When you say dash underscore content slash fabric CSS, that's
Hmm.
what this library is
Ah,
doing.
right, right. And before we were importing like the whole CDN
Yeah,
row.
that,
That's
that the
what.
whole link. Yeah, that's right.
Right, right.
That was also a surprise for me because the very first application. I don't know if you saw this post, like in .NET Conf, they were showing Interact, the Insider Trading Compliance Platform. I was using, straightforward CDN, normal, just bring in the
Mm-hmm.
entire set. But Syncfusion have evolved a lot, and I know Blazor is gonna go places. Anyway, let's do it. So we should
Ah,
see it.
yeah, yeah.
Yay! A
Ah,
dialogue.
we also wanted to have the width. Now I know.
We'll come to that. Just click the submit button. Let's see. Oh my God! Yay! See, guys, how easy with
Uh,
that. My main man
yeah,
Stanislaw here.
rocking. Yeah, so basically to show maybe because other people will have also like the confusion once again, what we were doing before was instead of here putting in the click method, we did like basically the on
The
click,
action.
which was the action instead of the invoke.
Yikes. It
That's
could
why.
work if you fat arrow it. Like some people do this. You'll see Brian Parker does this trick a lot, which
Inside
is
here, you mean, right?
inside here. And, and
Yeah.
and and that's okay if you're trying things out, but he knows, and you don't understand, you want your markup to be just markup as much as possible, right? But you got to see his video, the stuff that he did with the configurations on Blazor components. This guy is amazing. He basically, so if imagine if you have a component and you want to pass different types of data sources to it, and you can't have many, and you can't leak models outside of your component. He did some crazy stuff there. Watch the video. It's
Mm.
pretty cool. Okay, let's add width and let's let people control the width of their. I think
Of
it's gonna
their
be a string.
dialogue.
So here's a question for you. Should we let people pass in a stringified width? So they type in the PX. Is it always gonna be PX or some people are gonna be use EM? Let's let them.
Some people use also like the percentage, right? Or like the height, depending on the device width or whatever.
I got
So,
you. I got you. Okay, sounds fair. hmm Syncfusion in some of their original components, they would say something like width request. I don't know what the heck that is, but I
mhm.
hope it's not like calling an API to get a width or something. That would be NuGet libraries that make API calls behind the scene. That would be very interesting, you know.
A little bit suspicious though, but yeah.
That's why I build everything in the open, man. I don't know if I don't see your code, I don't know what you're doing. All
So
right.
right now we have the width available. I can then I
Perfect.
guess put it somewhere.
What do you think? Should we go 400? Maybe 250? Oh, it's not recognizing it. Why? Did
Oh,
you did you
okay.
save or pass in the add in the parameter annotation? Yes, you did. Yeah. What
I
the heck?
think it's just taking a while, right, to pick it up, I
You're too
guess.
fast. You're too fast.
Too
That's
fast for my computer, I guess. Okay, maybe
maybe if you
try to
build,
run
it'll
it.
just chill out.
Yeah,
Maybe.
all
Yeah, there you go. Yikes.
right. What PC you having? Like what kind of
Oh,
processor or
I have
whatever?
this thing
Can you
called
tell?
Corsair One. This
Mm-hmm.
little beast here. It's a very powerful machine. I have 64 gigs of RAM, i9. It's bad. It's a bad machine. It's really
Very good.
strong. I mean,
Nice.
I sit in front of this thing at least 8 to 10 hours a day, and if it's not more, ooh, look at that. And can you drag it? Drag it around? Oh man, that's perfect. Now, for the people wondering why is it stuck like that, if he had the width of his page to 100%, actually let's try this together. So close
Mm-hmm.
this guy and set up the height of your page to 100%. So just slap in there a CSS, maybe style.
So you mean like kind of like this, or?
You could do that, and you could just put style in there and put 100%. Height 100%, I think, or 1000 px. Let's try 1000 px first.
Okay.
Maybe that. Yeah. So if your dialogue is within a another component, which is usually what you should do,
Like this.
this is
Mm-hmm.
just this is just us demoing a dialogue in the abstract universe without any, anything
And
attached to it.
content behind it, right? Yeah.
Right. Right. Let's see. Here goes. Come on. There you go. Look at
Yeah.
that. What do you think
That's
about that? Oh my
that's cool.
Lord. Who would have thought in a million years building dialogues would be that simple? Thanks to Blazor, thanks to Syncfusion, really, as well. This is pretty cool stuff. I love how when you open the page, it says some German stuff like "Wer something something loading
Uh,
screen."
you want to read it? you
Yeah,
can you can try. Let's
what,
go.
hey, I know how to speak a little German. Ich heiße Hassan,
Nice.
ich komme von Ägypten. See? I'm not.
That's
Why?
very
I'm not
nice.
like
Yeah.
just because I'm here in America. Here it is.
Yeah.
Weird something. I don't know.
Wird geladen. It means like it's loading.
Okay. All right. All right, man. What do you think about this? I thought that's pretty cool. So let me tell you
Yeah.
that. So let me tell you something cool we do when we create PRs, pull requests for stuff like that. Do you have record GIF app on your computer?
No, record GIF.
Okay, go online. Go online. Hey, how do you say speed limit in German?
Geschwindigkeitsbegrenzung.
That's hilarious.
But this
Yeah,
is
probably.
something we try to avoid in Germany, right?
But you have the what do you call it, the road that has no speed limit? What's it called?
Autobahn, yeah.
Autobahn,
Like
right? Okay, so type record to GIF. Yep, yep, there it is. Get that guy.
screen to GIF. Mm.
Yeah, you will be downloading an executable from the internet. Good luck. So click on installer or portable, whichever one you like. Let me show you how we make pull requests fun, my friend.
Mm.
So this will help you create Giphies, right? But you will be recording the dialogue popping and you're moving it around and clicking submit and add that in your pull request. So when people look at your pull request, they say, he actually ran the code. You know how we submit a screenshot? I don't know if you've been
Mhm.
around with me when we submit a screenshot of the API calls.
Yeah, I did it also, right? Yeah, for the components. Mm.
There it is. God knows what that means. Oh, configuration, Vater, Abrachen. I
Weiter,
don't know what's going on there.
it's
Yeah,
harder, but it's okay to say, yeah. It's your app for.
all right, man. Cool. I'm just messing around with you. I'm just, I'm
No,
just
it's
trying to.
fun. It's pretty funny. So
Yeah.
I like your sense of humor. So I'm fine.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Okay, and
And okay.
okay, now I get it, I guess.
Okay, so if you have that guy, Record. Yep. So hold off before using this one. Not yet, just yet. Run the app first,
Mm-hmm.
and then you get to click that recorder piece. Yep. Run.
Mm-hmm.
And then just
Ah,
record.
when it loads.
Yeah, and then you just record while you're moving the dialogue and clicking the submit button, and then create a pull request. What do you think about that?
Right. Okay. Gotcha.
Here we go.
So now
Now you
record.
can record. And you can resize it too, like you can expand it a little bit. Yeah, that's it. Perfect. Now click
Okay. Wait.
Aufnahme.
I
Aufnahme.
need like some number I can.
Yeah,
That is like a clear one.
nice, nice.
Okay. So Aufnahme.
Aufnahme. Perfect. Now
And
quickly.
now it's going.
Yep, you're moving it, and then you click submit. Danza. And then click stop. There you go.
And where did he say?
What
Ah, he saved
what
it to
what do you say? Wunderbar.
Wunderbar. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Yeah, you know your stuff. You know your stuff.
No, no, I'm just messing with you. So let's save that guy. Yep. Uh-huh. And then, so where is the file went? I think
Save
that.
under. I can just
Yep. Yep.
put it on the desktop and
Always,
call
everything
it.
goes on the desktop because why not? Yep.
Exactly.
Okay. Let's create a pull request, my friend. What do you think about that? Pair programming is fun, right? We're having
It's
fun.
fun. It's fun. Yeah.
Not too bad, right?
Now that I started like my preview version of Visual Studio right from the start, because you have to know, guys, that last time I started like the official release, and it was
He
kind of
started the real one and just crashed and burned and it was just a bad day. All right, my
yeah.
friend. Let's do
Okay.
it.
So now we get it.
Yeah. You can leave what you did in the index there. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Yeah, the next person will, take care of that for you. So what are we doing? Base, right? Base and then colon, all uppercase base, and then you just want to say dialog base. That's it. Yeah, so make your category base, make it all uppercase, like base,
Ah,
B-A-S-E.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's it. Commit and push. Let's go to town. What if I told you you can commit and push at the same time?
I
You and
know,
a
but
couple.
you might know it's too much for my PC. But I know when you do like the arrow stuff, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I
It's
know
not
this
just
stuff,
you.
but
It's literally every other person I know. They do that stuff. It's okay, man. That's a preference. This is diversity in thought.
in code, yeah. I get. All right. So
Okay. All right. We have a deal. Why it's not letting you create stuff?
right, it's like able to merge to,
Yeah, you did create the thing.
but it's somehow going to my and not your. Ah, I need to sign in. Okay, again, I
Okay.
guess.
All right. So I want you to write your password publicly for the
Mm.
5,000 almost 100 subscribers and everybody on LinkedIn and everybody on Facebook. Okay, man. Cool. So what do you think? You want to build the dashboard with me next?
Sure,
Okay.
this
We'll
would be
find uh,
awesome.
we'll find time and we'll show the world how to build a social media dashboard. You know, the header, the nice header, the sides, the footer. Oh, you man, you're gonna love this stuff. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Software in general, whatever you're doing, it's just dry. I'm telling you this, 21 years doing this, it still blows my mind. I know every single bit of it. I know how it goes into machine code and it runs on it translates into assembly and all that. Still blows my mind that you can just write some stuff
Hmm.
and stuff happens. Okay, take a space between dialogue base because you're speaking, you're putting a title, and then just slap in there that nice Giphy that you took, and that's it, my friend.
All right. Do.
Nice, nice. It should give you like a
That should be
didn't
there.
pull anything.
I need to show the video my wife. Then maybe I get the new PC. Then we can talk.
Sounds like a plan. Sounds like that's
Yeah.
that's a good argument. That's that's what Eagle was saying the other day. He's like, I know that what I'm doing is great, but I need to show it to my wife just so
Yeah,
she
right,
understands.
right. Yeah, yeah. Show a little bit of money that it's not like wasted. This was pretty funny. He was like really funny.
I love that guy. He's hilarious. Look at that. What do you think about that? That's a
Yeah,
PR
this
right
is
there.
awesome. This is awesome. Yeah.
Well, let me take a look from my side. I'm gonna take your screen now just to review and merge that. And then we'll call it. So let's go into share screen. How amazing is that? Isn't that just fun, brother? That's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
GitHub, you're at Tarafu web, Tarafu portal, pull requests. There's Stanislaw. Oh man. And then I get to click. Did I tell you about this? You click the
The
period.
dot.
Yep,
The
the
dot
dot,
or yeah.
dot, full stop, period. Here in America they say period,
Yeah,
but yeah, dot.
mm.
Dot is fine
When
too.
I first heard the period, I was like, oh, what is this? Then I was like clicking everything to get in the same menu.
Did I say
It was
period instead of telling people? Oh man, that's weird. I know that some streamers they have like an app running that when they click a particular button, it shows it on the screen. It says they click that. I,
mm.
I I should be a little bit more inclusive in my language. Should say full stop, period, dot.
Yeah,
Whoever
like,
you
and
are,
then in every language, like,
in every language, in every language. How do you
it's
say how
fine.
do, how do you say full stop in German?
Full stop. What is like full stop?
The dot. How do you say that in German?
Ah, Punkt. Punkt.
I didn't even publish the video yet, and we're already 5,090 subscribers. How crazy is
And
that?
in Polish it's kropka.
Kropka.
Yeah,
Kropka. And in German is what?
Punkt.
Punkt.
Hmm.
In Arabic we say nukta. Nukta.
Nokta.
And I don't know. We're gonna have to look it up, but there's all these kind of different things. Anyway, Stanislav, you're awesome. I want to let you know that. Thank you so much for joining me today and doing this for taking a second take.
Yeah,
I
it
know
was
it takes
great.
a lot of patience and we have to kind of re-record and do that. But I thought it's very pleasant and as usual, I'm looking forward to building more stuff with you. Thank you so much for all your contributions. I think you're a great software engineer, and I think just like all the people that we pair with on daily basis and connect with, there's some people out there that come up with some crazy ideas. My job is just to propagate how smart these people are and let the whole world see their genius. And for the rest of you watching us, as usual, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please feel free to drop a comment in the comment section, and I'll see you in another video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you later.
Yeah.
Take care,
Thanks.
Stanislav.
Bye. Hey,
Bye.
hey.
Take care.